What's up, gang? It's time for another review, and I just want to thank you for watching another episode of the most trash show on YouTube, Garage Goons. And listen, guys, I don't normally do this at the beginning of the video, but you know, I'm just working with my phone and some shit lighting in my garage, and my editing skills are very, very limited. All right, but I don't make a single dime off this shit. YouTube's never cut me a check for anything. So if you like this review, please like, comment, and subscribe. All right. So today, let's just get right into it. I went to Burlington. I spent $35, and I had a $14 gift card on Liquid Brun by French Avenue, and spoiler alert, this shit slaps, okay? When I got it, I wore it the same evening. It was daytime. It was kind of warm when I bought it. So, I didn't wear it during the day because that would have been a major mistake. But let's talk about the presentation, all right? French Avenue is really good at presentations. The bottle, in my opinion, feels very good in the hands. It feels ceramic, but it's probably plastic. It is pretty weighty though, so I'd be curious to see if there's like metal components to this. But it is a pretty heavy bottle. This is 100 mils, and again, $35, and then money out of pocket since I had that credit was 21 bucks out of pocket. All right, so I've had this for about a week, and every evening I've been wearing this, and I wore it one day because it was cold enough. All right, so I have pretty good idea on how this thing performs, but let's get into the atomizer. I'll show you that. It's a really good wide distribution atomizer, not pressurized, but good nonetheless. Now, until I bought this fragrance, I never thought that maceration was a thing. But I gotta tell you, I'm wearing it right now out the shower, and this smells very different from when I first bought it. When I first bought it, I was getting like 95% vanilla. Just like a very cooling, not like a warm, fluffy vanilla, but like a cooling, Cool Whip vanilla. And then some little bit of booze in the background. Now, that's kind of what I'm getting on the strip here. It's beautiful, guys. And everyone's skin is going to perform differently and give you different. Stuff literally smells different. The same bottle will smell different from person to person because of their pH and their skin chemistry and all that. But guys, this actually got a lot more spicy now that I've had it a week, and I like it better now. I'm just going to be honest. I like it better. I liked it when it was just a vanilla bomb with a kiss of spices in there. But now that the opening is so much more spicy, so much more cinnamon, it's less boring. Like I was like, oh man, this was all the hype like about this vanilla fragrance. It almost felt like boring. Like it's great. It's a great vanilla. It's probably the best vanilla based fragrance I ever had. It was a banger. But everyone was talking about all these other notes, the cardamom, the cinnamon, all this other shit. And I wasn't getting much of that. All I was getting was a little bit of bourbon and a whole lot of vanilla. And that's what I get on the strip. On my skin, the cinnamon pops off, guys. And it's only in the opening, at least for me, the spice of the cinnamon, super, super present and open and definitely a part of the mix in the opening. I would say like 10-15 minutes, the spice or the heat that cinnamon kind of brings, the warmth, the kind of punch that cinnamon has, gets more of like a Cinnabon style cinnamon after that, where it gets less, you know what I'm saying, like what's the word I'm looking for? It gets less dry, and it starts to get into that caramelized cinnamon. And it's just fantastic. And you still get this really, really beautiful, I compare it to like Cool Whip style vanilla. Yeah, it's just so nice. And that cinnamon really does give it a lift. I only got the cinnamon notes like the past 2 days. Like the first 4 days I wore this, bro, it was like, where's the cinnamon? Like maybe I smell it a little bit, like when you put like a little couple shakes of cinnamon in your coffee just because you want to live on the edge that day when you go to Starbucks. It was kind of like that. I was like, man, maybe it's there, kind of. It seems like other things besides vanilla. But yeah, man, you get this beautiful, very, very, very smooth bourbon that kind of gives it this aldehydic punch in the best way, of like a very full masculine bourbon that kind of gives the fragrance a little bit of, you know, sex appeal if you're a dude. This is great. This is definitely unisex. Either way it could go. But the bourbon is definitely what adds the masculinity to it, in my opinion. The cinnamon gives it a little bit of that spice, but like I said, it does get more caramelized and more cinnamon bun style as the fragrance goes. And that vanilla is it's still an absolute vanilla bomb. Like, don't get it twisted. You are getting so much vanilla with this bad boy. The cap does click into place. Okay, that's not very, there we go. That's convincing. And you can hold it by the cap. So that's nice. You get liquid Brun on the front and French Avenue on the back. And then there's like, you know, whatever marketing jargon details of when it was made and batch code and all that shit on the bottom. For me, I think this is more of a sillage scent. It doesn't push off like crazy, super mega wild like you would think, like maybe it does. But it's definitely a strong fragrance. Like if you walk by somebody, they will smell you, and the scent trail behind you is going to be great. And for me, on my clothes, this shit lasts till the next morning. I'm telling you, I smelled it on my shirt. I sprayed it maybe 3 times on my shirt. The next morning, my bed smelled like it, and my shirt still smelled like it. And it had been over 12 hours. It was like at least like 16 hours at that point. On skin, 8 to 9 hours. Definitely no slouch. I wouldn't call it a beast mode. So if other people are doing that, it could be their skin is better than mine. It's a very big possibility. Also, it could be that people are hyping this fragrance up because it is obviously a clone of Parfums de Marly. God, what is it? Altair. That's the one. All right. So, yeah, that being said, I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I found it earlier, but also I probably wouldn't have got the price I did for it at Burlington because it's getting too hot to wear this. So now it's basically an evening date night scent only, and in summer in Southern California, it won't even be an option at night. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's going to be great for the cool weather. And the good news about that is once it actually starts getting hotter and we get deeper into spring, closer to summer, I'll let it macerate and see what it does come next fall or winter. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my review on it. Thank you again for watching Most Trash on YouTube Garage Goons. Like, comment, subscribe, press all the buttons, tell all your friends, share the video, tell your homies, you know, and, you know, support a small channel that's got, you know, 350 some odd subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. And, you know, let's keep this thing going. All right. Garage Goons, we are out of this bitch.